Our next speaker is Halifa-Levi from the School of Physics and Astronomy, and now also from Engineering.
So, hello everyone. I'm going to tell you about how you can make ChatGPT your own research assistant, or in other words, how I use ChatGPT in my research. Let's start. So I'll show a brief introduction on the GPT feature named project. Then how you can personalize ChatGPT for your own needs. Troubleshooting complex instrument for the experimentalist among us. Brainstorming, extracting data from figures, and how to elevate your figures in papers. So let's start with ChatGPT project. So when you open ChatGPT, you have the toolbar on the left. You can see the project here. You click new project. And it's the advantage of working in a project is all the conversations are located in one place, and it can give you answers based on a previous conversation, and you don't have a lot of chats just scattered all over the previous conversation. So first thing, I need to choose the name for the project. So I choose harmonic generation. Let's create a project. Once you create the project, you can add files to the project and add instructions to the project. Let's add some files. So it will give me answers based on the files that I upload. So, for example, here I uploaded few papers. You can upload papers, theses, documents, whatever you think is relevant for him for the specific project. So I have 20 files, and then I can give him some instructions. The instruction could be, for example, I tell him which font do I like, how to create my figures, and in which program language I want him to write the code when he writes the code. And then you can personalize it, and then you can start many conversation under the same project. So you can create an image, analyze data, summarize text, etc. Let's, for example, ask him in which papers were harmonics generated from gas. So you have many papers, you want to sort them in some way. So he scans over all the files that I uploaded, and it gives me a list of authors, journals, and the name of the file that I uploaded. So let's check that this file indeed exists. It's very important to to check that it actually retrieved the correct data. So this is a real article. This is the name of the file that I uploaded, and this is indeed an article that deals with the harmonic generation from gas. Another thing. Another cool thing is that you can actually introduce the group, the people that you are working with to the chat. So for example, I tell him, please remember the following research team members. So Michal is a PhD student, Popper is a PhD student, and Tomer is also a PhD student. So he tells me that he will remember it, memory updated. And then you can choose people to ask about their progress, or what if you forgot something that they did. Let's choose, for example, Popper. What were the main results from Popper's most recent beam time? So it gives you the last Popper's beam time results, that the foil was too thin, etc. And most importantly, that it connects you to the file where it took the information from, that you can actually check that it's not just make things up. So another thing is you can just troubleshoot complex instruments. So sometimes you have a very complicated manual or just a new device, and this actually helped me with many instruments that sometimes the problem is just somewhere around many subsections, and you need to go all over it, or even if you use Control F and try to find the problem, you can just upload the manual and tell him what is your problem. So this was a real problem. Water is flowing into the degasser but not coming out. Why? So it gives you all the possible reasons, and I actually found one of the reasons was the correct reason, and we actually fixed it. So this is another way to use it. Another thing is a brainstorming. You can just talk to him as if it was a person. Of course, it does not replace a real person yet. So what would be an interesting continuation of the water jet project? So it gives me just a new ideas. I mean, sometimes we just have a certain way of thinking, and we are just stuck in our own thinking, and it just gives us some new ideas or spark us new directions that we think, oh, this was here all the time. Maybe we can go in this direction. But of course, some of the suggestions might be also irrelevant. That's okay. I can also ask him some question based on the papers that I uploaded. For example, what would be a good filter foil for the 25th harmonic of the 800 nanometers? So it gives me here through 3 candidates. One of them I do use. Another thing is that you can upload pictures to ChatGPT as you've seen already, and I find it very useful to extract data from the figures. So sometimes you have just a numerical plot that you want only the numerical data from the red line. You need it for some reason, so you can copy, paste the figure, extract the data points from the red curve, and it gives you a list of the data set. I know that there are also other tools that you can do it manually. You can set the origin, tell him the maximal value on X direction, the maximum value on Y direction, and then follow with the mouse along the curve from which you want to extract the data from. And the last thing that I want to tell you about is how to elevate your figure. So here, for example, I had to plot a lattice of ions. I want him to plot the ions in green and the electrons moving among them in red with some random velocity that fluctuates around the stable velocity. So notice that I was very specific here in what I want. So he wrote me the code in Mathematica. I took the code as is, pasted it into Mathematica, and we got here a nice lattice of ions with electrons among them. Cool, we're happy, nice, and that's all. Thank you very much.